So 3rd of January 2025, day 3 of videos. Yesterday we talked about how we had been searching for something more than just what we were getting from church on Sundays, wanting to just find out really what is life about. Is what our denomination believes about the Bible correct? How do we know? Just wanting to find answers for ourselves, really. And we found Curry Blake, who gave us a lot of answers about things we hadn't heard about much before, like how God gave mankind dominion over the world and some of what that could mean and what the possibilities of that can be. We were also looking at other teachers as well. We spent a lot of time on YouTube watching preaching. We did read a few books, I think, but it was mostly just watching sermons and teaching and preaching. I can't think of any really specific ones that stand out other than that, but we never really stopped searching. For the next few years. In 2017, we came to Uganda for the first time. At the time, we had two daughters who were 1 and 3. So, my sister-in-law, Dan's sister, was married to a Ugandan man, and they had started like an NGO, a foundation, teaching kids in the slums how to read. And we thought we would help with that. We thought we would come for 12 months and see how it was. We always were kind of looking for adventure in life. We didn't really ever want to just be normal. So it sounded like an adventure. Although you did have to, it was a while before you could convince me, I think. So
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to live here like straight away without even being here, but Brooke was not so keen. But I think you said like I don't want to get there and love it so much and not want to come home.
Yeah.
But for us, that didn't happen. We were quite happy to come home after the experience, but we ended up only being here for 3 months. Quickly realizing that with our two young girls, we weren't going to be a lot of help, and so we decided to come home and get or maybe just raise money for what she was doing, try and be a help that way. We thought about doing some crazy sort of adventure to try and raise money for it, because we wanted that sort of exciting sort of life, not stuck in the 9 to 5 or whatever. So but like we had a detour. We went to France.
Yeah, for a month.
Yeah, and we experienced um, quite a few difficulties there financially, and which really grew us in our faith. And we also, practiced fasting for the first time, which we learnt from people here in Uganda. It's very common here, especially at the beginning of the year and throughout other times of the year. And which is not against what we grew up with or anything like that. It just wasn't common or much taught about. At least I didn't pay attention when I was in church. But we also, just being here in Uganda for that short period of time, noticing the way they do church and praise and worship is a lot different.
Yeah, it's a lot more vibrant looking, and there's a lot more, at least the churches we're attending is a lot more vibrant, and there's a lot more emphasis on fasting, like Dan was saying, and group fasting, as in the whole church will fast for a certain number of days at the beginning of the year. Even at the start of each month, there'll be a fast in some places. And I think the impression that I got about fasting, whether or not this is true to our denomination growing up, was that it was just something that you just do personally in secret. And it's not really, I think it comes from that verse that says, don't let other people know that you're fasting. Still wear your normal clothes. Don't act like, look how good I am because I'm fasting. So I think in that way, I don't know of any other teaching about it growing up, but it was an eye opener for us, and we started looking into it. Is what we know about fasting real, or is it what they do here, or is it something in between? So we actually started searching for fasting teaching on YouTube, and we found Miles Monroe's teaching. And after listening to what he was talking about, we actually did do a fast, like a first one together.
Yeah. There was also Robert Morris who read that book,
Yeah.
which also got us on the path to trying to work out is tithing for today and or not, and how does that look. Yeah, so we did that in France, but we experienced a lot of growth in many different ways in our faith, and also come out with a lot of questions at the end of that, and some of that we're still working through. So we came back to Australia. We went back into normal life, and just still searching and searching for more and more of the kingdom and what it looks like and what we should look like as Christians, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess the next video will go on from there, but we'll just keep it short. And yeah, I think that was coming to Uganda, and we're back here now. Was a big a big sort of maybe turning point or maybe puzzle piece. I'm not sure about us understanding how the kingdom operates, not just in our culture, but other cultures and this and that, and what should be common, as a believer. Yeah. So I think we'll leave it there for today, and we'll continue and pick up tomorrow.
Yep. Sounds good.